Hello there, cats and kittens. My name is Salty Tabby, and welcome back to another reaction video. We're reacting to another one of JaidenAnimations videos today. Her first Pokemon Nuzlocke, which, if you know anything about me, I love Pokemon a lot, and I've done several Nuzlockes in the past privately myself, not on my channel, though I guess I could if people were interested in that, but who knows? We'll see. Yeah, no. So we're gonna take a sneaky peeky at I have seen this video before, but it was like when it came out, which was like 6 years ago, and I haven't watched it since. So yeah, I think it was 6 years ago. So it's been a long heckin' time, and I don't remember a whole lot. I've watched her other one as well, the Platinum one. I actually, if I remember correctly, I actually watched that one live. And then I watched the video when that came out, but that was again like 5 years ago. So I don't remember a whole lot. I remember the Platinum one better than I actually remember the Ruby one. Just because I actually watched it live with a bunch of people. So we'll see. Yeah, let's get into this.
Within the Pokemon community, there's a set of self-imposed rules you can add to the games to make them more challenging, called a Pokemon Nuzlocke. You can only catch the first Pokemon you run into per route. If a Pokemon faints, it dies, and you can't use it anymore. And you have to nickname your Pokemon to get more attached to them. That
That's
means
an adorable
if you aren't
name
careful,
for
you
a
can
Jigglypuff.
technically lose a Pokemon game under those conditions. I've wanted to do a Nuzlocke for the longest time. I've started a couple in the past, but never actually got to finish any because busy. But today's the day that all changes.
You do it for work.
I decided to make a video on my first full attempt at a Pokemon Ruby Nuzlocke. Let's see how it went. After breaking free from the back of the moving truck my mom stuffed me in and introducing myself to the neighbor Brendan, the kid that I always thought was a monkey said that he heard screaming up ahead. Professor Birch is getting mauled by a level 2 Poochyena, so I let his Torchic out and she scratches the crap out of it. He gifts me Torchic for rescuing him, and I name her Teriyaki.
Honest with you, I've played Ruby and Sapphire and Emerald so much, and 9 times out of 10, I pick either Torchic or Mudkip. It's not that I don't like Trico, I never use grass-type Pokemon. I always pick an electric type over grass-type Pokemon for my team. There are very few times where I will just pick up grass-type Pokemon outright, and I'm gonna be honest, the only grass-type Pokemon usually I would ever choose for my team is like Meowscarada, and that's really it. It's the only grass-type Pokemon I really, really like. Because it's a cat. They're so cute. I love Sprigatito. It's adorable. But yeah, I would usually either pick Torchic or Mudkip. I think I had one run when I was doing Alpha Sapphire. Oh no, it was Omega Ruby where I picked Trico just because I felt bad because I had never used it before in any of the other games. I love Grovyle. It's not that I don't like Grovyle, I just don't like grass types.
Where Teriyaki proceeds to also scratch the crap out of his Mudkip. Good job, Teriyaki. You're 2 for 2. Doing great. Professor Birch gives me 5 Pokeballs, and the Nuzlocke has officially started. I walked back up to catch my first Pokemon and ran into a Zigzagoon. Alright, not the best, but I can work with this.
Zigzagoon's great for HMs.
I think we're gonna have a really awesome adventure.
Oh.
Dude! So Teriyaki one-shotted Zigzagoon with a critical
When they're that low, you should just throw a ball. Most of the time you don't actually need to attack them.
Alright, guy. Route 102 is right around the corner, and that's where I was able to catch Corn the Seedot.
Oh,
Look at us, a couple of friends ready to take on the Hoenn region together.
I know Nuzleaf is the reason that it's called a Nuzlocke, but Seedot, its evolutions are really bad. Especially in the generation they were introduced, they get like no good moves. They're pretty terrible.
After watching the weird kid Wally struggle to catch his first Pokemon, I continued on to Route 104 and found a little Tailo in the grass.
Tailo!
Aggressive and screams and hungry. Oh yeah.
It's Ari. Yeah, it's Ari.
Forest, a Team Magma grunt jumps some random professors,
her bird's name is Ari.
Ari and Teriyaki peck his eyes out.
Fantastic.
Oh, Shroomish. I'm gonna name you Onion.
I love Shroomish. That's another grass type I really like, actually.
Roxanne's gym.
There are some,
kills another
but just not a lot.
Zigzagoon I was about to catch. What's your problem with Zigzagoons, dude? But it turned out alright because she also ended up evolving.
Nice.
Onion was able to destroy Roxanne with ease, and we got our first gym badge.
Bullet seed.
Exiting the gym, we catch a glance that Team Magma is up to no good again. something about the scorching earth or something.
Right.
And this old man exclaims that they stole his Pico.
Not the Pico.
Here's your dog. Also, you're coming with me. The
True,
mayor
Ari,
thanks
at
me
the-
by turning me into his errand boy, and
That's
I
pretty
arrive
funny.
in Dewford to give a letter to Stephen.
Ooh. I like Stephen
Alright,
Stone.
what do we got? Ugh.
A little bit of a glimpse into my childhood. Stephen Stone was one of my childhood crushes. Liked him a lot. It's very funny to me that the guy I eventually married, his favorite Pokemon is Metagross. So, you know, I'm like, do I have a type? What's going on here?
Okay, you chomps. After finding Steven, it was time to take on Brawly, the next gym leader. Ari's a stone-cold killer and easily
Nice.
earned MVP in that fight.
Yeah.
Things are going well. 2 badges in, and the team is looking good. On my way to
I
the
like
next city,
Mawile,
I caught a
but
tentacle
it's kind
on
of
the
hard to
beach.
use in the older games.
Squidward. And after beating Team
She
Magma and
sniffed
Brendan
it.
again in Slateport, it
Squidward.
was time again to
That's
get ready for the
fantastic.
gym battle with Watson. But as I was fighting some trainers, Chomps the Mawile got electrocuted a bit too
Oh, no.
hard and was
Oh.
killed.
Wait, well,
She electrocuted a bit
she was 3 levels higher?
too hard and was killed.
It was a crit, I guess.
Jaiden, let's battle.
Does Mawile just have
I
really
want to show you
bad
how
special
strong
defense?
I am.
Bye, Wally.
Okay. Ari, this is an electric gym. You're not allowed
Yeah,
to
no
fight in
Ari
here,
is allowed.
so you can just wait outside. While battling the gym trainers, Onion evolved into Breloom,
I
and
love
together with
Breloom.
Teriyaki, they were able to
Grass
get
fighting
another
is a really fun
victory.
typing.
Now we were riding high. 3 gym badges in and no main casualties. With our massive confidence, we decided to take on the Winstraight family's challenge of beating all their family
Oh,
members.
no.
I had Squidward
That's
out
rough.
front to get him some experience, but we ran into
So if you don't know, the Winstraight family is like baby's first Elite Four. Basically, you get no break between battles, and you don't even get a way to heal because they just come at you one right after another. So there's like 4 of them, and you have to beat them in a row. It's not great.
some troubles with Grandma. Oh god, it's gonna do a high jump kick. We can take him out, but I need a clean switch first.
Oh no. Look, that's what you're supposed to do in Nuzlocke. If you have to make a sacrifice.
So I had to sacrifice Hush Child the Whismer.
Look,
but
I know that sucks, but if you're in a situation where a Pokemon that is way more important to your team will be in trouble if you don't switch, sacrificing someone who you were never probably going to use anyway is the call. That's just what you gotta do. You gotta make sacrifices for the good of the run.
But honestly, that was the safest move to ensure no one else died. Goodbye, Hush Child.
Good job.
You might be missed.
Good
While
job,
we were
Jaiden.
heading to Fall Arbor, fighting some trainers, Ari evolved.
Ooh.
Oh, look at my big bird. Oh, look at you.
I love
We were
Swallow.
almost to town, but
Swallow's
we had
great.
to get through the sooty
Guts
grass
Swallow.
on
Ooh.
113.
Ah,
Oh,
Spanda.
jeez. All right.
Look, it's fine. You weren't going to catch that Skarmory anyways. Those things have a catch rate that's like non-existent.
Right, Barf, get in there.
That was one of my shiny fails, by the way. I'm a shiny hunter. I hunt a lot of shiny Pokemon. Or at least I used to. I don't really do a lot of it nowadays, but I used to do a lot of shiny hunting back in the day. And that was one of my shiny fails. I actually found a full odds shiny Skarmory in Alpha Sapphire when I was running around doing some training in the grass. And I had like, I don't know, like 15 Pokeballs and like 6 Great Balls or something. I went through all of those and did not manage to catch it. I ran out of balls on that thing. And it was in red health and paralyzed. And it would not get in the friggin' ball. I was so mad. That was one of those Pokemon that I ended up shiny hunting again later on purpose. Just to like get the bad taste out of my mouth from having lost that shiny. So I do have a shiny Skarmory, but it is not that one. So same thing with, I had the same problem with, I have a history. My very first shiny Pokemon I ever found was in Pokemon Gold. In the year that game came out, I got it for Christmas. And when you're on the route just outside the first town, before you get Pokeballs, I didn't even know what a shiny Pokemon was. I was like 12, okay? And a shiny Sentret showed up. It had the purple stripes and the lighter colored skin fur. Like it was the purple with the light tan. And I was like, oh my gosh, what is that? And I had no Pokeballs because I didn't got Pokeballs yet. So I had to run. And I was like, well, I'll just come back and get it later. Not knowing I was never going to see that thing again, no matter how hard I looked for it. And I spent a while looking for it. Never found it again. And I was really bummed out. So many years later, I purposefully shiny hunted Sentret just so that I could actually have that Sentret. I'm like kind of redeeming the hunts that I failed. So I've redeemed that one, the Skarmory one, and I got a shiny Dratini in Pokemon Leaf Green in the Safari Zone that ran away from me because, you know, Safari Zones. So those are the 3 Pokemon that I've shiny failed, and boy, that sucks. But I have redeemed since all of them and gotten their shiny versions from breeding or doing the chain shiny hunting. So
there with the rest of them. I walked into Meteor Falls to see Team Aqua and Team Magma arguing about water and rocks.
Yeah.
Can I go? So get over here, Zubat. They kept complaining and I had to go up the volcano they were blocking to fight Maxie, the Team Magma leader. That was a hard fight. Onion and Teriyaki were able to take out his
She doesn't really have a good water type here, does
but
she?
his Golbat hit hard.
Ooh.
I ended up having to switch in Ari
she doesn't
and
have an
double
electric
team
type
up to win
either.
the battle. Not the most honorable of strategies, but it worked and we're moving on. On the way down the
always
volcano,
rough when you don't
I
have an
ran
electric
into a mat
type.
shop. Oh, hello there, Chad. What? You're a female? Did I stutter? We arrived in Lava Ridge Town and
She said, "I
started
don't
getting
care."
through Flannery's gym. During that time, Squidward was almost killed
Hey, females can also be Chads.
by a Fury swiping Kecleon.
Oh no!
Fury swipes.
Oh yeah, that stab.
Oh my gosh, that does a lot of damage.
Oh,
Stop.
stab Fury Swipe. Oh.
But when it came
Ooh.
time to battle, he pulled his weight and more. Honestly, with the team, there wasn't much I could have done to Flannery's fire Pokemon.
You
But
really
Squidward
just have
came
Swellow
in clutch by
and
learning Bubble Beam,
Tentacool.
and it was all over for
Nice.
us. Badge 4, under our belt.
Good job,
Brandon met
Squidward.
up with us outside the gym to give us goggles so we could walk in the sandstorms. I found a claw fossil, and Anorith was born. I didn't know what to name it, so my friend
Anorith are really cool, but in those early games, it gets like no moves at all. It gets like jack shit. Even though it's such a cool Pokemon, its evolution
named
is
him
great.
Gary. Now it was time for the 5th gym. After some
Armaldo,
training,
fantastic.
Chad evolved into Machoke, and
Yay.
the team was leveled up. I started the battle with Ari,
You won't be able to
and
get him a
after realizing
champ unless
I
you
was in
trade.
trouble,
Oh yeah. Oh, Norman's gym is
Yeah, that
tough.
doesn't do
Even
a
if you
lot
have
of
a fighting type Pokemon or 2, like technically 3, like she does, it's still
I managed to squeak by with more double teams. Ari
Really
was
hard.
barely able to take out the first slacking.
The thing
so
you
when
need
the
is
second,
the-
stronger one came out, I knew I had to use a different
the
strat.
best thing for Norman's gym is to get a Pokemon with Protect. Protect is great for dealing with her slackings because you can just protect the turn it's going to attack and then attack the turn that it's loafing around.
Strategy. I brought out Onion to leech seed it and try and get more chip damage in,
Yeah,
which
it's a
worked.
good call, but Onion's
he was
really
also killed by Slacking's
Oh,
facade, which I thought he
Oh,
could take.
buddy.
Chad was able to finish off the rest of the fight, but that was the first death
no.
that actually hurt.
Oh, not Breloom. I love Breloom.
I'm not crying. Someone's just chopping onions in here.
Jaiden!
But with every down,
that was in bad
there's an up.
taste.
And Corn stepped
Oh, I
up
don't know.
and was
Corn is
ready to
not-
fill Onion's spot. Well,
I mean, I guess, but I don't know to be rude, but then Nuzleaf is never gonna fill the same slot as Breloom. Breloom's just so much better.
passing through Mauville again, Watson asked us to help him turn off the city's generator, and while down there I found a Magnemite.
Magnemite!
You want to come with?
Yes! Ooh, I love Magnemite.
Okay. We kept on our
Heck
way,
yeah.
catching Spurky the Electrike, and while fighting
Electrics.
some trainers,
Oh,
Corn
man, I love them. Love electric types. Excited she's got 2 now.
survived 2 very close calls.
Uh-oh.
He took a Swords Dance, boosted
Oh, he's
Fury
4
Cutter
times
by
weak to
Ninjask,
dark.
and a misclick from me, which resulted in him tanking a wing attack from a
Ooh.
Talo.
Jeez! Oh, Corn!
Dude, Corn, I'm so sorry.
Poor Corn.
You're such a trooper. Good
Damn.
news is Squidward evolved while training,
Nice.
so that's neat. We arrived in
Face.
Fort Tree City, and this was a gym I was really nervous
Oh,
about.
yeah, the flying
Not
gym.
only did we not have a good team to take on
We
a
have
flying
2 electric
type
types
gym,
now.
but Winona's Altaria is notorious for sweeping teams
Oh,
if
yeah,
she sets
Altaria's
up too
rough.
many dragon dances. I went
But-
to the grass to train up the team, And the worst happened. Corn was killed by pin missile from a zigzag.
Again, it's four times weak. Yeah.
Stop! Corn!
Ooh. Well, no offense. Corn was not gonna do a lot in the long run anyway.
You monster! How could you do this? Is this why you kept trying to kill all the zigzagoons? I want to think that Corn sacrificed himself because he knew we were at too much of a disadvantage going into Winona's gym, and by opening up a space, we could get the type advantage we needed to stand a chance.
I guess so. I guess this is one of those things where she doesn't really want to change her squad unless she's forced to. But for me, if you don't have a type advantage going into a gym, I would just box the Pokemon that is going to be the least useful in the gym and take whatever you have with the type advantage. It's just going to be a better call. So I would have just boxed Corn and just brought her Magnemite here. But I think she's going to bring him anyway.
Zip, zap,
yeah,
zop,
because you could do her Electrike, but Magnemite is just a better call. Electric Steel is a fantastic typing. Magnemite is great.
Magnemite to the team, and realized how much more grinding I was gonna have to do.
Yeah.
I had to fight so many Merrills to get Zip Zap Zop on par with the rest of the team. You want to know how many?
Sure.
The Thunderbolt can be used 15 times before it runs out. And I had to go back to the Pokemon Center almost 6 separate times to refill it. Meaning Zip Zap Zop killed more than 80 Marill that were living in that lake.
Damn.
Winona led with Swellow, which Zip Zap Zop was able to take out. But she immediately brought out Altaria, which made me very scared because I know she's got Earthquake on that thing. But I didn't have a clean switch, and I knew...
Here's the thing. Well, okay, Zip Zap Zop is 4 times weak, so it might still kill him, unfortunately. But Altaria, I guess she did Dragon Dance. But does Dragon Dance... Hold on. I don't remember if Dragon Dance only does... Okay, it's attack and speed, yeah. So that actually is pretty bad if she's doing Dragon Dances and then she Earthquakes. Yeah, because normally it's Altaria's attack power is not very good, but if it's been Dragon Dancing, then that's a problem.
No one on the team could take 2 hits from this Cloud Bird, so I ultimately decided that I'd have to have Zip Zap Zop paralyze it in exchange for his death. Goodbye, Zip Zap Zop. You weren't here for long, but your efforts will not be in vain. Oh my god! Somehow Zip Zap Zop lived the Earthquake on 2 HP like a mad lad.
Yay! It's all the Marills.
Must have been looking down on us for that one because there was definitely a 90% chance Zip Zap.
It's the HP EVs from Marills.
Zop was supposed to die there. With that string of luck, I was able to switch Ari in for Zip Zap Zop to predict another Earthquake and started chipping away at the Altaria. That's a good way to do it. Which was not gonna be easy.
No.
She was already starting to stack up those Dragon Dances, which make her moves even more powerful.
That's pretty funny.
And I was legitimately sweating.
Yeah.
But with what little luck we had left, Winona got greedy and tried to get in that last Dragon Dance, and that's when Ari was able to
get that quick attack
and snipe that kill.
Quick attack.
If that Altaria would have decided to attack at any point, she would have one-shotted anyone and everyone on my team. Thank you, Corn. You shined your photosynthesis onto us. From there, I was able to heal up Zip Zap Zop and sweep the rest of her team.
Nice.
The
Good Zip Zap
6th
Zop.
gym badge was ours. Outside the Safari Zone, I found a Duskull I was able to catch. I tried to have Gary on the team since resurrecting him from the dirt, but he honestly has like no moves that do damage, so I decided to replace him with Sin. We arrived in Lily Cove and I tried fishing on the beach for a Pokemon, but Chad punched the Whalmer I reeled up
that's
too
so
hard
sad. Whalmer's such a good Pokemon.
Team Magma's base, and while trying to get the Master Ball they've got on the ground, an Electrode exploded and almost killed Chad, which was uncalled for. After beating their admin, they escaped into a submarine, and I went on to fight the next gym. Tate and Liza were the first double battle gym leaders.
Tate and Liza
I didn't realize until too late that I would.
So Tate and Liza are bad in Ruby and Sapphire, but they are worse in Emerald because they've got 4 Pokemon instead of just 2. They're pretty rough, even if they're just got the 2. Because a double battle when you're not, especially in a Nuzlocke, ooh, that's scary.
Was just a tad underleveled for them.
Oh no.
They don't have any more than 2 Pokemon, so I think we should be okay. 42?
Yeah. Where you? Oh, you're like 10 levels, almost 10 levels
Sin
lower
and
for some of
Zip-Zap
these.
made a good duo, being able to confuse and paralyze them. But
Yeah.
Solrock managed to get off a Sunny Day powered flamethrower in Zip-Zap
No!
Zop's face, which totally killed him.
No,
that
not Zip-Zap
really
Zop.
sucked. He put in so much work for the team and really carried us this far.
Oh, buddy.
The rest of this fight's for you, Zip-Zap Zop.
Do it for Zip-Zap
Squidward
Zop.
came out, and together with Sin, were able to finish off the duo,
The cool
getting
combo.
us our 7th gym badge. Alright, Spurky. You're up.
Yay, Sparky!
I think I single-handedly wiped out the entire water Pokemon population between Zip-Zap Zop and Spurky. I went to Shoal Cave and caught Blubby the Spheal, and went out
I
to
love
take on
Spheal.
Maxie one last time.
Spheal is great.
For some reason, I didn't learn my lesson when being underleveled for Tate and Liza, because I was even more underleveled for Maxie.
Jaiden!
My Deanna.
It doesn't go down?
Why would it go
This
down?
fight was rough. Chad was
Girl,
able
you're going further into the game. Why would it go down? It only goes up. The only time it goes down is for wild encounters. And like maybe some of the side trainers. But for big battles, it's only going to go up from here, dear.
to take out his
Oh,
mighty
boy.
Anna, but I resorted to Squidward when his Crobat came out, and luck wasn't on my side here, because Squidward was killed by a high roll wing attack.
Oh,
The way
that
Pokemon works
sucks.
is there's a small range
Yeah.
of damage an attack can do. It's not actually the same all the
Mhm.
time, and it's kind of based on chance.
Yep.
So even though it looked like Squidward could have lived 2 wing attacks, Maxie was able to get a low roll on the first one, and a high roll on the second.
So in those instances, this is one of those things where you have to kind of, it's not even just that it's a low roll and a high roll. It's if that Crobat would have crit there, even if it had low rolled, it still would have killed it. So you got to kind of play around the crit. If your Pokemon gets hit and it's at just at about half or close to half, you either switch or you sack it in a Nuzlocke. In a Nuzlocke, there's no other choice there. Or if you know, you can make the choice like she did to just try and kill it, but that is a risk. You are taking a risk, and this is what happens sometimes when you take those risks. You lose a
Which
Squidward.
was the death of Squidward.
Or
But it
Squidward. That's
wasn't
such a
time
good
to give
special
up.
defensive
We
tank.
had to persevere for Squidward. Ari came in and took out the Crobat and lived on 1 HP when hit by Camerap's Rock Slide.
Oh my God,
It was a
Ari.
tough battle, but we squeaked by.
Damn.
Barely. After that fight, I needed to take a step back and
Yeah.
seriously grind up the
Look
team
at
again.
Blubby.
If we were just a bit more underleveled, we would have been murdered.
Yeah, no kidding.
Blubby joined the team and we got to work, eventually arriving in Sootopolis.
Yeah.
Steven and the Sootopolis gym
Evolved,
leader Wallace were there
Combustion
saying
into Blaziken.
Groudon was in the cave because someone used the wrong
my
orb
eye
and
itches.
pissed him off.
Yeah,
So I went in
idiot.
there, walked up to Groudon, and master balled him immediately.
As you do.
There's no way I'm fighting Groudon. Now get in the box.
Correct.
While fighting a wall.
That's the correct option, in my opinion. A lot of people will be like, whoa, how do you do legendaries in a Nuzlocke? You just don't use them. It kind of goes against the spirit of the challenge. Of course, you can make your own rules and do what you want, and I'm never going to disparage anybody for doing what they think is fun. But for me personally, I would never use a legendary in a Nuzlocke just because it kind of ruins the spirit of the game. It's supposed to be challenging. And it's less challenging if you have a legendary Pokemon.
Wallace, Spurky was able to take out his Love Disc and Celio. Sin beat his Whiscash, and Chad finished off the Milotic.
Nice.
The team was perfect. And after obtaining our final gym badge, I knew
a
we
good
were
team.
ready for the Elite Four.
Much
We
better
got
than
through
what
Victory
Jacob had.
Road. Wally tried to fight us for the last time, but he just needs
See my previous video on Jacob Alpharad's first Nuzlocke, because woo boy.
to stop. We exited the cave, and there it was. The final challenge. Here we go. Sydney was up first, and honestly, he wasn't a challenge at all. Chad and Teriyaki were able to take care of his team
Dark
with ease.
types, yeah.
Phoebe wasn't difficult either, with
Ghosts.
Sin and Blubby being MVPs. Glacio was a bit tougher.
Ooh, ice is rough.
Teriyaki was able to take out her Glalie, and Spurky could handle her Celios, but her Walrein was the big problem.
Walrein.
Walreins are thick, can tank a lot of hits, and can do a lot of damage. I would know, because I have one.
Yeah.
I brought out Chad and she was able to get in a good amount of damage, but she was ultimately killed by Blizzard. Sin came out to try and confuse it, but it broke through the confusion and landed a Sheer Cold.
Oh,
Sheer Cold is a
no.
one-hit KO.
Oh,
It has a
man.
30% chance of hitting the target and will fail if the target Pokemon's level is higher than the user's.
That sucks.
But even under all those conditions, it hit. And Sin was killed.
Poor
Two
Sin.
great team members.
She's down to 4.
Down and out. Chad was with us for so long and
Before
pulled so
Steven?
much
That's
weight, and
rough.
Sin got us through some really tough battles. Even with those losses, we were able to finish Glacia off and move on to the final Elite Four member, Drake. Drake's got a tough team, but we've got a Blubby.
Yeah.
And she wanted
Ice type
revenge
destroys,
for her fallen
just
comrades.
destroyed Drake.
She ice beamed every single one of
Yeah,
Drake's
Blubby.
Pokemon. Just a straight up massacre. And with
Good
that,
job.
it was on to the last battle. Steven Stone.
Oh boy.
I was legitimately nervous. I led with Spurky to take out his Skarmory as quick as possible, and Blubby was able to take out his Claydol and Aggron, but then came his Metagross. This might be the end. Metagross is Steven's strongest Pokemon, so I needed to hinder it as much as I could before it started doing serious damage. I knew his Metagross had Earthquake, which would definitely take out most of my team, so I had to have Spurky Kamikaze to get a paralysis off.
buddy.
Blubby came out again, and after a lot of hard work, finally beat the Metagross by spamming Surf.
Good job.
Teriyaki was able to finish his Cradily, and his final Pokemon was Armaldo. Gary's final revenge for getting booted from the team. I brought out
Everybody
Blubby
has one
because
of those.
Teriyaki was pretty weakened, and after realizing she gets two-shotted by him, I knew she was gonna have to die.
Oh, no,
So with a heavy
Blubby.
heart, Blubby pulled off her last Surf, getting Armaldo in the red, and was killed.
No, Blubby.
Teriyaki, the Pokemon who's been with us from the start, who's seen her friends die in front of her, the OG, refused to let any more murder happen.
That's some good animation
Onion,
there.
Corn, Zip Zap Zop, Squidward, Chad, Sin, Spurky, Blubby. Their zeros and ones won't go down in vain. One good kick to the head, and we did it.
Yay.
We completed the Pokemon
Only the birds
Ruby
survived, I
Nuzlocke.
just noticed. It's very
Teriyaki and
Jaiden
Ari
behavior.
were the only survivors, but the whole team put in a lot of work to get us to number 1. A cheers to the true Mad Lads.
Yeah. Good for her. She managed to do it. Oof, only 2 Pokemon remaining though. Wow. That's a close match, but against Steven Stone, understandable. Oh, it sucks that she lost 2 Pokemon right before fighting with Steven, because Sin specifically would have been great for dealing with Metagross. But, man, it was great. It was very good. I'll probably react to her Platinum Nuzlocke again, or also as well. I have some actual, like, stuff I can input for that, because I was there. I have some mild memories of things that happened during that whole thing. I don't remember like a ton of stuff, but I remember like little bits and pieces that I can actually I have insights, I guess, because I was there live for it. So yeah, I hope you cats and kittens have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye bye. Hey, you there. Thanks for staying to the end of the video. If you liked what you saw, then feel free to hit that like button. Maybe leave a comment if you have something to say. If you want to see more, maybe subscribe. And hey, I have a bunch of other games that I've played, so if you head over to my homepage, you can find those there. Maybe find something else you're interested in. And all of that supports this channel, which I appreciate a whole ton. So, you know. Go do it. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for watching. And I'll see you next time. Bye.